In case it wasn't clear enough, schools around the country have removed urinals from boys' bathrooms.
Ooh,
The male body itself is
Prove it.
shameful.
They should have
Sit
been
down
doing
when you
that.
pee like a good little girl.
I know a lot of guys
Views like
that
this
are more
often called
comfortable when they sit
feminism
down to
or
pee.
woke politics. But in fact, they amount to mass conversion therapy, an attempt to change the fundamental nature of people. Nothing like this has ever been attempted at scale. It's one of the most grotesque and destructive experiments in human history.
In human history.
What would it be like to find yourself the subject of that experiment?
What a drama
as a
queen.
boy trying to become a man during the Biden years?
Triggered.
Well, you might kill yourself. Many have. You might decide to reject your own manhood and embrace androgyny, or even switch sexes. Girls are better? Fine.
Yeah, no, it
I'll
totally
become
happens
one.
all the time.
Or more likely, you might simply withdraw into porn and weed and video games and give up on your life
Weed.
before it's
That's
begun.
Oh, my.
You might retire
Weed
at
and
19.
video games.
A less
I don't
dramatic
play
form
video
of
That's what I do
suicide.
every day. Weed,
All
porn, and
around
video
us,
games.
this is happening.
And you used
Noticing
to be
it
a
is
man.
forbidden,
See what
but that
happened?
does not make it any less real. So it's probably not surprising that Andrew Tate was the most Googled man in the world last year. He offers a
That
different
is a
vision.
sad
Tate is a former
statement.
professional kickboxer who about a decade ago began posting advice to young
Decided
men on
to
social media.
Traffic women.
Tate's
You
view
want me
is
to
that
skip?
men want respect above all. That's how they're wired.
Yeah, get to the fucking
In order
interview. I
to
don't
get
care what
respect, men must become worthy of it.
I was
They must
hoping he would
become
come
more
in here
impressive.
pretty soon, though.
Wake up early, work
He
as
just
hard
says
as
the
his
same
father.
shit he
Has already,
always says.
again, we don't know. Again, we don't know.
Okay, hold on.
Jeffrey Epstein's
again,
dinner
we don't
partners
know.
insist that Andrew Tate is a pervert and a criminal. Maybe they're telling the
He
truth.
is.
Either way, we think Tate's views about men very much deserve a hearing. So we flew to Romania to talk to him.
Flew to
We
Romania.
flew
What?
to
Wait.
Romania. You didn't know that?
He did not fly to Romania.
And he didn't bring any socks, by the way. Just to let you know. Spoiler alert.
Wait, this is the same set?
Both he and Tate are sitting there with like shoes and no socks. I'm like, that's manly. I got my
I do
got
it all
my
the time.
khakis on. They're a little too high. Yeah.
Isn't this
I'm
the
in.
same set that he's
Yeah.
always on?
No, he visited because he's in house arrest. I wonder why. Just because he says controversial things, not because he
Yeah, but
trafficked
this is
women or
Tucker
raped them or
Carlson's
anything.
set, right?
Well, that is his home set. Yeah, I know. I'm surprised
He could've
Tucker.
brought it
Tucker
in.
has one of those tracking devices on his ankle, probably.
He brought a whole fucking plane with him, I'm sure.
He
Had
did?
all that
Okay,
set
okay,
and
okay.
shit.
All right.
On
Here we
Twitter because we've been assured it will not be taken down for ideological reasons, as so
Twitter.
much of his content has been.
Nobody's watching.
The video is
Thanks,
long,
Twitter.
but if you can, take the time to watch it.
go. No,
Make up your own mind about Andrew Tate.
already
Here
did.
it is.
I've already
So
watched
what
the
are you
shit
charged with?
Oh, okay.
That's a really good question. I'm charged with being the head of an organized criminal group, which is in charge of recruiting
Oh, he
girls
shaved his head,
to make
too.
TikTok videos
Well, he has
to
no
steal
hair,
the money
so-
from the TikTok
They let him have a
views.
razor.
TikTok.
Recruiting girls to make TikTok videos and stealing the money. So it's really a financial crime?
It looks that way, and it's very interesting because the girls who they've identified to add to the file are saying that we're not victims of anything, and this isn't true. But the state
are
believes
they?
it's true.
So-
And the state thinks that I, as a 35-year-old man, woke up. I was already
They don't
extremely
have
financially
sight.
successful. I was already a father. I was already very well known. I had no financial motivation. I have no criminal record. It's not my personality profile, but I woke up at the age of 35
It's not
and
in your
decided to
personality
make
profile.
girls
I mean,
That's
he
TikTok
admitted to these crimes.
enrich
He's-
myself
He's admitted to what he's done.
pennies that I would earn from TikTok views.
So in the
Pennies.
United States,
Wait. He keeps saying TikTok. It's not TikTok. Isn't it he created his own like
Is he? He may be on
webcam video?
That's there
can't-
too, yeah.
You can't show like you can't show vagina on fucking TikTok.
Vagina.
Bush.
You can't show vagina. What are you?
So he's
80?
already lying, right? Or am I wrong?
No, he may be on TikTok. I don't know enough about him. I don't care.
I thought the TikTok thing was his like where people like take his clips
It's probably
and
like
monetize them.
promoting, like come
Yeah,
to
it's
the
promotion.
site.
I don't think that's his main.
Right. So I feel like he's twisting the truth here. A little
It's
bit.
interesting that they're not. And he's not wearing a tie because they're all casual. Look how casual these guys are.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Hey,
so
They're drinking
ridiculous.
like
is that you
Zimas
were
together.
charged with
It's all
human
good.
Trafficking.
Yeah, that's human trafficking because what you do is you force a girl to work against her will for financial gain. That's human trafficking. And
That's what he
their
did.
justification for this is that girls do TikTok. Some girls I know who they found.
No,
who
they
say they're not
don't.
victims
They said
have
you had a
TikTok accounts.
How do
webcam
you force
business.
someone to do TikTok videos?
I guess the prosecutor is going to have to explain that, isn't he? It's a very interesting scenario I'm in, and I'm inside of Romania, so I have to show a degree of respect to the Romanian judicial system, and I have to show a degree of respect to the situation I'm in. But the overall charge is that there's an organized criminal group. There's a group of us. I'm the head of it.
Him and his brother.
My brother is below me, and we use the lover boy method to convince women to do TikTok videos to make money so that we can steal the TikTok money.
That sounds good.
So there's no,
That sounds
just to be
about right.
clear, you are not
No, it's not TikToks
Who cares anyway? This doesn't matter.
because he's lying.
accused of pandering, of pimping, of
No.
forcing women to have sex with anybody.
No, not forcing them to have sex, not restraining their movement, not stopping them from
Thought that
living a
was-
full life.
that was
but
it.
the fact that we are somehow convincing them to have TikTok. Very interesting. I don't think.
But there's no actual. I'm asking you this because I do think it's a widespread belief that you were accused of pimping.
Yeah,
or
no, that's nothing to do with any of this case. Absolutely nothing. And it's kind of scary because the crime in itself of human trafficking is a unique
So
one.
what's the
because
deal with the
they
gorilla
can
with
ignore
like
the
dollar
statement
bills?
of
Is that
the
what's
victim.
going on in the
So
middle
the
of
girls
this
have come
room?
forward and said, this is
That's a good
insane.
question.
You've just picked
Hold on.
This guy's decor, he could be arrested for that.
I feel like he's trying to skirt around talking about the real issue by bringing up
Yeah,
TikTok.
what do we know
specifically.
the actual charges? Because
From what I understand, I
feel
don't know
like-
the actual charges, but from what I understand, it was like these webcam rings where, like, have you ever seen like the big studios that have like the fake bedrooms and they have like
No,
That's what
Brit?
I-
yeah, it's like webcam stuff, and he makes them do it, and he takes pretty much like 80-90% of the money.
right, and he says, "Oh, I don't make them have sex with people."
And that has nothing to do with like TikTok's like short videos, and it's not explicit. The stuff
Right.
that
And
yeah.
cam girls don't normally have sex with other people, so he's not. I feel like he's lying to like make it look like a farce, but he actually did all this shit, just not on TikTok. And I it's very strange to me that he keeps bringing that up.
Yeah, it becomes like TikTok, which was like a curse word here that we're trying to like ban it in all the states in the US.
China.
just because we're near Andrew and we're his friends. But the whole idea of the crime is they can say that she's brainwashed, right? She's under duress. So you can ignore her statement. State says she's a victim, regardless of the fact that she says she's not a victim. So it's very interesting because the difference between sex and rape is consent, right?
Right.
But they remove all of that. They're like, nope, you're a victim. No matter what you say, we're deciding you're a victim. And they've chosen them. And of course, these girls do nothing pornographic. They've never had sex
he
with
has
anyone, nothing
been
to do with that.
accused
So
of
they
rape,
picked
so-
TikTok. So it's scary. Imagine you're a full-grown man anywhere in the world today. They can find two girls
He
who have
admitted
TikTok
to
on their
raping
phone,
someone, didn't
which
he?
is every single female on the planet.
It's like been on,
and they can
it's-
accuse
yeah,
you of
it's been recorded.
forcing them to take the TikTok money. And even if the girls say they didn't do that, this isn't true, then you're still a human trafficker.
But
who's
force,
saying
what does
that's
that
not true?
consist of?
Yeah,
Forcing
this is bullshit. Let's move forward.
the prison hanging over you.
I think that I like to believe that this is a test from God. I like to believe that. if
Yeah,
you
he's
come to
he's
us
all about
in the
Islam,
world
which I'm sure he's
saying
not going
that
to
you
say
have
in front of
mental
Tucker,
resilience,
because
that
Tucker
God
would
is
not
gonna
go for
Make
that.
sure you don't have that degree of fame without testing you. I like to believe that God comes along and says,
He
yes,
says
I'm allowed
depression
you to
isn't
come
real.
to Top
That's
G.
another thing.
We're going to see if you really are the top G.
Top
I
G.
believe that's how
I'm
the
top
world
G.
works. It's certainly intimidating, especially knowing you're completely innocent. But I believe it's a test, and I believe it's my job to pass the test for my ancestors and for people watching over
It's a
me and for
proof
God.
that
For
like,
your
people,
ancestors.
people in
That's
America
also
will
doing
buy
the scenario
anything
and
as long as there's like a
regardless of
British
whether I
accent
win or lose.
involved.
I still believe
Yeah.
I'm going to win because I've seen it.
Chris,
It's
he's
true.
he's half black, so who's the racist,
Okay.
him or you?
Is
Yeah,
it?
he is. His dad's black.
Case
That's
file, and I've
interesting.
seen that no laws have been broken. But
Oh,
even
what?
in
I
the
keep up
very
with my
unfortunate
taste stuff
circumstance
now.
that this matrix attacks goes deep enough to
Apparently.
throw me into a jail cell, I think I should handle it like a man. I think I should stay and finish the process, and I should walk with my
Handled
head
like a
held
man.
high
That's why you're complaining
and
about it
suffer
on
as much as I need
Tucker
to suffer
show.
to stick by my convictions and know that I'm an innocent person. And
I'm about to be talking to a wall. He gets no
I
viewers.
refuse to break. I refuse to cry. I refuse to be depressed about it. I'm going to wake up and I'm going to smile regardless. And regardless of what happens to me, I want
ever
everyone
seen
to
him
know
smile?
that, one, I would never kill myself. And two, I think that as a man, there's always going to be a degree of pain and suffering in
thinks
your
they're gonna
journey. I
kill
don't
his
think you're
person.
ever going to become a successful man
That's why he
or be
keeps
good
saying
at being a man without pain and suffering. And there's many times in my life where something terrible happened to me, and at the time, if I could change it, I would have. But retrospectively, you kind of look back and go, you know what? That was formulative for me.
That's right.
That is what God decided I needed to become who
Formulative?
I became.
All
Is that a
right.
real word?
I am a little bit afraid and a little bit intimidated by the incompetence of my enemy, because their standardized playbook is now failing.
They
in real time.
arrested
The
him.
standardized playbook
They
is a
don't
media
seem too
attack, a
incompetent.
lie, and it's not working anymore. And it got me a little bit worried about what the next move
This
is.
is pretty good projection.
You used to just be able to lie about a guy all over the news and you win.
That's all
right?
they do is
But
project.
now it's like, shut up. So now,
Yeah, I'm pretty bad as
I
in
don't know.
being a criminal and being like
and
a
that's what's
mob
kinda
guy.
scary in my
So
scenario, because nobody's going to believe any of the crap they print about. Nobody believes it. Nobody believes it. Whenever I do an interview with the Matrix media,
I
they don't.
believe it.
Nobody believes. They have to turn the
The
comments off,
Matrix me.
because everyone in the comments are just ripping them apart.
Well, you do seem very sad on the verge of killing
you
yourself.
know who
are
did
you?
the Matrix?
How
People did the Matrix.
they did, that is true. But how do you believe in Islam and the Matrix at the same time?
Is that against? I didn't remember Muhammad mentioning that.
Yeah.
He was like marry a 9-year-old, but not in the Matrix. No, he
Absolutely
did not say
probably not.
Keanu. He could have said Keanu.
Yeah.
Never would, and that's what
You said that. Right?
Just gonna do the
I have to
stupid
keep saying
laughter.
I have to keep saying it because it's scary, right?
Those
I believe
pants,
you get
though,
3
just-
lives. I think they cancel
both
you
these
initially.
guys need to
And
talk
then
to people
when that fails, they try and put you in jail without a reason. And if that fails,
without a
only
reason.
one option
They have
left.
there are these things called
So
charges.
I'm in a very scary
Yeah.
scenario. But I guess the same as the men on the Titanic just couldn't get on the lifeboat.
I mean, the whole point of him going to
stop
Romania
saying
was
what I
because they
believe
don't
to be true.
have
A young man
all
comes to
these
me.
laws.
I know. How funny
And
is that?
he was like, I'm going to push even that.
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah.
do the 2.5 hours of this thing. I can't, even if you fast forwarded it 40
We're
minutes
not.
per time.
Yeah, I don't think there's.
Are we done?
Yeah.
Hold on. Let's just see what.
Even
the
like
end
an
is.
article that took me 2 minutes to read about this whole thing, it was just like, oh my God.
All
Let's-
right, you
hold
get
on,
the
let's-
You get a minute.
The last word.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing. And
It's interesting how
Hold on, right
feed
here.
you. And it's very hard to fight against the government who's feeding you. It's very hard to resist the people who give out the bread. Yeah. I think that's called something. It begins with C. What's it called?
Oh, but
Interesting.
fuck you. All right.
I also
I'm out.
So okay, first, nobody's watching that shit.
Oh yeah, I
And-
should have checked how many people watched.
He's on
It's
his. Yeah.
unreliable. It's
It was like
Twitter-
Fox sued him for doing that, and then they're like, you know what? Never mind. Like, who cares?
they're
60
still-
million views.
I mean, I don't know. Is because the weird thing,
No.
like all the people that have become evangelists for Elon, he didn't pay any of them. I don't think Tucker gets anything for this, except like, okay, we'll put it on Twitter.
He doesn't
Which
need it, though.
so what? He
got
paid the
that
$8 a
Boston
month?
money.
Oh, it's rough.
Incidentally, that
a
60
drop.
million views is bullshit because old people don't know how Twitter works.
Yeah.
And because Twitter doesn't work the same way as like Nielsen ratings on cable or regular.
You're not even watching like a
broadcast
minute
TV.
of it. Like
You
I think
could scroll
if
by
it's,
it.
if it happens to be on your feed for like a quarter of a second, you get counted as a view.
Yeah, so that's
For an
what's
entire
considered
2.5,
a view.
because someone did a review of it. It's like 2.5 hours. Oh my God.
Also, like on YouTube, you can pay for a YouTube membership and you can watch it with your phone closed. On Twitter, you can't do that, right? Who's walking around listening
Twitter
or
isn't. He
watching
just
a 2-hour
decided.
clip?
He just added this. Oh, by the way, Twitter has the infrastructure to stream. Oh, wait, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, bruh.
Yeah.
Nobody watches
I think
Twitter
he's
for shit
getting
like that.
sued for all the bandwidth and like it's amazing. Like all the money
Yeah.
that's going to be coming that he owes. He owes like something like $500 million in severance for all the people he fired. Because, you know, he's like, people were like cheering, yay, you're firing all these people. Like, by the way, you have like severance law. You're supposed to like pay these people. Oh, well, maybe not.
He's so rich
They're
he can
so
do
stupid.
stupid shit all day long.
Yeah.
But anyway, so
I mean, he
fuck
definitely
Tucker
should be in
anyway.
for all mankind. Sorry.
No, what?
I think they mentioned, I feel like he got mentioned by name on that show. Because they
Well,
always
there's already
do.
an Elon Musk character.
Yeah,
that was in-
it's true. Really, he's
Yeah.
way smarter than him. He's still dumb, but he's way smarter than Elon.
Yeah.
Who?
Comes off.
Dev, the black guy.
So fuck Tucker and Tate. You know, he's a dumbass, and there's nothing more to be said about that shit.
Right.
60 million
There is.
views, my nutsack.